Okay, good afternoon, midday here in London. It's been an amazing wake up this Monday. I mean, got a lot of things organized. Uh, we are going to go live with LK right now, and obviously, I will know what she does and how she manages all the three things that I mentioned on her portfolio. Hello, LK. How are
Hi.
you?
Hey.
Are you
Good to
well?
see you.
Um, I know you're joining me all the way from Germany.
Correct.
So is it okay? I mean, I don't know German, so
I thought we might be doing that interview in German now, but we actually never discussed that, right?
absolutely. How's
If
life?
you like, we can do French.
English is fine.
Okay.
How's things?
Yeah, fine. Well, the weather is not that nice here in Germany right now. At the moment, I have a construction going on in my garden, so therefore it might get a little bit noisy, but
It's all right.
we're
I mean,
fine.
I've got kids in the house, so it might get
Me
noisy on
too.
my side. Um, so before we start, LK, I wanted to know who you are. Let the viewers know what you do, and then we can get the conversation going. I mean, you can hear
Sure.
me well, you can see me well.
Yes, everything's
Super,
fine. Perfect.
super.
Well, yeah, my name is Alki, as you already mentioned. I work as a TV host in Germany, but for quite a long time now, more than 17 years. I also run an agency who provides exhibition stuff, like models, hostesses, presenters, but we also do like the whole exhibition concepts. And
Got you.
until recently, we had a lot to do, and all of a
All of
sudden, the whole
us,
business broke down.
absolutely. I mean, we'll get into that at a later stage of how the
Yeah,
lockdown and COVID has affected your business and affected Germany as such.
yeah,
Um, you mentioned a TV host, and you mentioned that you also do exhibitions.
yes,
You also look after kids
yes, virtually.
virtually. I really want to know this. How is it done? I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing concept. So, I mean, just going back a few years, when you started, I mean, in terms of school, college, university, all these things, did you sort of know from the start that, okay, I'm going to become a TV host one day?
No.
Le-
I have a major in business economics
Okay,
and in business law,
okay.
which has nothing to do with what I actually do right now.
But at
And
least it taught you business, right?
it
I
taught
mean,
me business, right?
yeah.
But no, I actually used working in television, a local television station, to finance my studies. And
Seriously,
so, yeah,
you
so,
are
so
the third person that I have spoken to in this live session. I mean, the ones that I've been carrying out for the past 2, 3 months, 2, 3 weeks now in this lockdown. You're the third person that I've spoken to, and they have mentioned that they work during university to fund
yes,
a career
yes,
or their university, or that work sort of put them, it made them, molded them
yes,
into what they want to become in life. So
yes,
it's good to know. I mean, this is what the youngsters should know about people and about this is the whole reason that I'm doing this, empower people with knowledge, right? Because
yes,
students out there, youngsters out there do not know, okay, they have a career path, they know what they want to become, they aspire. A lot of people, there's a lot of stuff out there on YouTube, on social media. But when it comes out personally from someone and they take you through their journey, it makes
yeah,
it more entertaining for them. It makes
yes,
it more,
yeah,
you
accessible as
want to
well. Yeah,
listen to that. And that's why
yeah,
I'm doing this. So you mentioned business law and business economics.
yes,
And to fund that, you became a TV host in a local,
yes,
was
yes,
that in
TV
Munich?
station. It was in Nuremberg, in Nuremberg.
Okay.
Yes,
And
and when I was done with when I had the master in business economics. I felt like I really have a lot of fun doing what I do right now. So
Okay.
being on television, I also started with the event business by that time. So I started the agency, and I was like, why should I now quit all that and start like working in an office 9 to 5 job, which I always didn't like that much. So I actually started studying the business law because I wanted to buy more time to make a decision
Okay.
what I want to become in life. And by the time I finished business law, my company was already so big that the decision was made.
So basically your career sort of made your decision and turned you around
Yes.
from what you were doing to what you're doing
Yes.
today.
Yes.
So let's carry on with just to stop you there.
Yeah.
What did you learn out of university when you left university, and did it give you the skills that you are using today in life, in daily life, in mother's life, in family life, in business life? Did it give you the skills? Did it shape you up into what you are today?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I don't want to miss that time, though. Personally, I think it also was a little bit of a waste of time because I might have achieved my goals with my company much faster. Because of course, you needed still some time for learning, for exams, which of course took you away from my daughter is knocking on the door.
It's fine. It's fine.
um, yes, I'm coming later. um, and therefore, yes, of course, it taught me a lot about like tax, how to do your own taxes, and of course how to cope with people when it comes to negotiations and things like this. But most of the knowledge I learned at university is obsolete by now because the changes
Everything
are
changes.
so
Exactly.
quickly. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that the reason I ask this question to the guests that come on, because I feel the same way very strongly.
Yeah.
And I want to see how many people feel that way. Okay, there are degrees like being a doctor, being a lawyer,
Sure.
being an architect, being an engineer. These things you use in life as and when they're needed. But if you're studying business, the only thing that you use,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
calculate your numbers. You're making a profit, you're making a loss. Done.
Yeah.
Let's move forward.
And it's actually, I mean, do you learn common sense at university? I don't think so.
Do you learn experience at
Yes.
university? You know,
No.
when I was in my last year at university, I wanted to become a property agent. I wanted to learn brokering for properties. I wanted to learn sales, lettings, all that kind of stuff. And you won't believe that I went through 26 interviews
Mm.
to become, I mean, from the topmost best agents in London to the lower level,
Yeah.
independent firms in London. Experience, experience, experience,
Yes.
experience. I was like, hold on a second. Why didn't the university teach me experience?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
But in the end, I got the job, so it was when I finished university. But it's not about me today; it's about you. Um, so moving on from university, and you said you were doing a part-time TV hosting
Yes.
job. Can you take me through what you were doing in TV hosting?
Just
What?
like not just the regular stuff. I founded my own production company, so I had my own camera people. I decided what we will air, and I sold the complete broadcasted show to TV stations at that point. So I funded it myself by selling certain advertorials or
And
ads.
you did that all yourself?
Yes.
You didn't have a team? I mean,
No.
nothing, just you.
I had a boyfriend.
But was he
Well,
was he was he with you? Was he
yeah, he
in the
participated in the part of he was like my backup. So
okay.
um, when we had the deal that whenever one day I might not be able to fund or to get enough money in by selling the different parts of the show or by selling ads, he would jump in to pay for the costs at the TV station, because I actually bought the time at the TV station. I bought the different slots and we put our product in there.
And through that, you mentioned that you bought the slots at the TV station. How do you go about doing that? If you can just take me through that.
Well, you briefly walk
So
up
this
to
is like me calling up BBC and telling them that I want to use your
yes, exactly.
TV station.
Well, I was working there as a TV host before, so I had the connections, of course, to the chief of the program, and I asked him if it's possible to buy certain slots. Of course, they had to see the material before. I cannot like broadcast porn in the middle of the day.
You can't just open up.
Yeah. So of course, I had to fulfill certain restrictions of what we are allowed to show, of the content and things like that.
And what did you do that? What sort of programs did you do initially?
It was actually like a lifestyle, nightlife magazine about the greater Nuremberg area. Yeah.
Okay.
So we went into clubs, we went into bars, when a new restaurant was opening, we sold them, so to say, the ad. They also were able to like keep the video afterwards. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
So can I just correct me if I'm wrong in saying this? So you were doing this. Can you tell me the year you were doing this in?
2003.
2003. Social media wasn't that big at that point.
There was
we didn't
social media.
we didn't even have.
Was MySpace. Maybe that was MySpace.
We had chats like MSN chats.
Yes.
So you were actually doing social media back in the days.
Yes.
You were going into clubs, bars, enjoying yourself, broadcasting that, putting that on TV, getting the adverts from the clubs and fund your broadcast by using the TV slot at a major TV station.
And you know what? The best part was the one with the camera always drinks for free. Always free access to the clubs, always free drinks. Well,
I mean, they're getting free publicity, right? They're getting free publicity for that.
Exactly.
How many people at one given point? I mean, this is when you started, right? This is 2003 is when you started.
Yes.
So how many people at one given point were watching your program?
Oh, I actually can't really say that. I mean, the bigger area around Nuremberg has like 500,000 inhabitants, but I don't think that everybody was watching.
I mean, you would be aiming for the youngsters to watch that, right?
Yes, exactly. And that was also my goal, because the time during the day is very expensive in the TV stations. It was much cheaper, or actually nearly to free, if you had the night rotation, because at night you can either watch like, porn or sexy sports clips or whatever, or you could watch my show. And since we were around in the clubs and people would recognize themselves or recognize friends, we had a lot of people actually watching at night.
And that's what sort of moved you on into becoming a. Can I just ask, when you rented these spaces from TV stations, how much did it cost you?
I think it was like 500
euros.
Week. 500 per week for a 15-minute slot. Yes. It was
15 minutes.
Yes, it was super cheap. I was good at negotiating.
That's super cheap.
Yes.
Wow. So what's expensive? I'm sure we're gonna get into that.
Expensive, for instance, is if you want to be like part of Germany's Next Top Model, you get a minute for like 5,000.
Wow. And then you're broadcasted all over Germany, basically.
Yes.
I mean, and that can obviously influence the amount of people that watch your broadcast, that watch your TV and all that kind of stuff. So how long did you do that for?
I think we did that for about like 2 years, and then I casted someone else because I then went for a year abroad to Strasbourg, and we casted someone to replace me.
Okay.
which didn't work because it
It
only,
never works, right? It never
yeah.
works. When you get someone to do your job, I mean, I've done
Yes,
that so many times in my business as well. I've hired agents,
I get it.
put them on commissions and all that
Yes,
kind of
no,
stuff.
it didn't work out. So,
It never works
yeah,
out because it's one thing what's in your brain. It's your dream. It's your
exactly.
thinking.
No one loves your baby like you do.
Absolutely.
And no
Absolutely.
one
You're
will
right
ever
about that.
bring in the same, like heartfelt and compassion that you would bring into the project.
So you did that for how long, if I may ask?
All together, I think it was about like 3 to 4 years, and then I completely switched into the live market or the event business, trade shows, exhibitions. We were working worldwide, and for
And
10 years now,
events in Germany. Did you ever
events
did
in
you ever
Germany.
broadcast your TV stuff in the UK or
No,
Europe? Just
no,
Germany.
just Germany. Yeah, just Germany. And for 10 years now, I'm working in TV shopping, actually.
TV
I,
shopping meaning QVC, kind of.
yes, you want to buy this beautiful cup? See, you can drink from it.
I mean, it
Your
does.
coffee never tasted better.
That's where I think I get my inspiration from, of sort of talking to anyone on here like
Yeah,
yourself right now. Me and you don't know each other, but the fact is that I want to know a lot about. Right now we're at home, we're stuck, we're in lockdown, there's
yeah,
nothing to do. Okay, there is a bit of work, but how much work? Maybe what, an hour's worth? After that, what? Looking after kids and stuff? I mean, come on.
yeah,
So it's better to spend your time in doing this where a lot. I mean, I didn't know anything about media, I didn't know about anything about TV production. Like
yeah.
right now you're opening up my headspace
Yes.
to absorb all of this, and it's amazing. And you know what, this is the whole point of empowering people with knowledge, is that tomorrow if someone asks me anything about TV production, firstly I can guide them through straight to you.
Yeah.
Secondly, if they need a bit of knowledge and pick my brains on it, I can speak to them
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
Great. So we heard about that you enjoyed life and you broadcasted that. The first sort of way of actually using technology, the social media way. Would that be
Mm-hmm.
right to put that for
Yes.
you?
Yes, you can say that. Yeah. But
Um,
in a very analog way. Back
yeah,
then.
exactly. I mean, today we are all digital, right? I mean, the amount
Yeah.
of stuff that we can put on I mean, if you were to do that same thing today, do you think a TV station would take you on?
Yes, because they need money.
Fair enough, fair enough. But
Yeah.
they could also turn around and say you can do that on social media as well.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
So why are you coming to us?
Yeah.
But you're in that position today that you can go to a TV station and say, even though there is social media, but people will look at you because you're in there.
Yeah. Well,
And
I would actually think that this, um, when you try to get into the younger group of people, that TV like this is not really happening anymore.
how many people watch TV now? I mean, the only thing they watch is
Like
net.
regular television. I'm not talking about Netflix
Yep,
on demand television.
exactly,
I'm talking about live television, and I think that in the next like 10 to 20 years or even faster, that this generation of people who are intently turning on the television because they want to watch the 8 o'clock news, these people will simply disappear.
exactly.
Because if I want to know something about the news, I use Google or whatever.
Newspapers.
Yeah,
I
same.
mean, who buys newspapers now?
Yeah,
You get the whole media on your phone. You get
yes.
the whole news on your phone. I mean, like you said, I think it's right
Even
that
Playboy stopped printing their issues.
I mean, all these guys are going to stop one day. I mean, everything is becoming virtual. We're,
Yeah, and I
we are,
think these are the virtual challenges that we're all facing. All kind of industries are facing this. I mean, you do real estate. Do you still hand out like paper printed
brochures.
portfolios?
Exactly. No, I've stopped this since like
Yeah,
3, 4 years. The
yeah,
only thing I do is it's on my website, and I send out
A
a
PDF
brochure
file or whatever. Yeah.
by WhatsApp, by
Yeah.
I mean on Instagram. I'll just
See,
post a
even
picture.
that, a lot of people don't even use email that to that certain extent anymore. Most people like WhatsApp, Telegram, or you
Yeah,
know.
I mean Telegram. I don't know if it's that big in the UK. I use Telegram, but for my cryptocurrency, don't really.
Yes, I think these are still two different words.
You have
Yeah,
to sort of
yeah,
juggle your way into it.
yeah.
Um, Now, obviously, we heard. So, how long did you do the TV host as a full-time job?
Well,
I mean, you're still
I
doing
never
it?
really did it as a full-time thing because I always had the agency running where we like do the exhibitions, and this was the challenge we are facing right now as well. As we have a lot of like beautiful models, we have hostesses talking a gazillion of languages ready to go out and represent our customers at exhibitions that are not taking place right now. So this is why we came up with the idea of virtualizing or digitalizing virtualizing
Digitalizing.
thank you
Yeah.
the exhibitions, like from like a landing page or a simple web page up to a completely 3D model uh, with virtual reality, where you can go into the exhibition stand, you can go upstairs, downstairs, you have different walls with different content, like the regular model, only completely 100% virtual.
Has someone been doing, I mean, how long have you been doing this digital virtual exhibition?
The last 4 weeks. We
And
started when the lockdown began. We started. Let me be precise. The first exhibition that was canceled that affected us was, I think it started around end of February, and
that's when the lockdown started, right?
that was when the lockdown started to gradually start, or that, for instance, customers from China wouldn't fly in. So a lot of the German
And
economy,
all your exhibitions took place in Germany.
Germany, Dubai.
Okay.
We do a lot in the Middle East, and most of the
Why
events
not the
started
UK?
to get canceled because of Brexit. Everything is so complicated ever since. No one knows, like, how is it
I would
working
like
with
to
the
hear your
customers.
views on Brexit as a fellow European. I would like to hear your views on Brexit, but we'll take that at a later stage when we
Yes,
get to the end. Um, so you mentioned that you were doing you did TV hosting,
yeah.
and you're still doing
I'm still doing that,
you're
yeah.
still doing
But
that.
well, ever since I became a mother, I reduced it from like 20 days a month to 5 days a month, 5 to 6
Okay.
days a month only.
And you're still doing, I mean, on the TV, you're doing the TV shopping,
Yes,
sales,
yes,
all that kind of
yes,
stuff.
yes.
I've seen it from your profile, the creams and the beauty products and everything. So
Yeah.
I can see that. Then you did your exhibitions.
Yes.
These are real exhibitions. You're not yet at the digital virtualization
No, real,
of the
like physical ones, yeah.
physical ones.
Or
Um,
also events, congresses, things like that.
so these exhibitions that you did, what was the amount of people that came to it? I mean, how many people
Oh,
did?
we would like have certain customers, and we would represent them in different exhibitions. Like, for instance, if you take the biggest one in Germany for consumer electronics, for instance, is the IFA, where
Okay.
companies from all over the world come and show their novelties. And I think they have like more than 1 million visitors only.
Wow.
Or we have Bauma, which is a big exhibition for construction and construction material, construction, for excavators,
I
trucks,
mean,
and stuff.
Germans are known for their mechanics and
Yes, exactly. Or we
motors
have
and
the IAA, which is that famous car show. We have
yep,
Geneva Motor
yep,
Show,
yep.
things like that. We've been working with Mercedes-Benz, for instance, for quite a long time. I don't know if I might say that actually. I just did.
Free promotion.
Free promotion. Um, so yeah, and our job was, when small package, just send the models, send the hostesses, breed them, and make sure they look nicely, and take care of the exhibition stand, like is everything tidy and clean, and bring coffee. Or we also would have like presenters presenting the novelties, speaking. We would also, arrange the whole concept of the exhibition booth with
So
the
you were basically
furniture.
from A to, if someone had a concept about,
Yes.
let's say, motor
Even
shoes.
if someone had no idea, if someone had like, okay, yeah, we are a startup and we have these and these products and we want to go to this exhibition, can you help us? Yes, we can.
So we've got a question here by someone. Let's just take that and see. No, it's something. Okay, it's ridiculous. Okay. If I'm in real estate and I have no idea about
We
digital.
actually did a real estate convention in Mainz near Frankfurt.
Wow, good.
So a
So,
lot of different real estate companies come together. We have panel talks. We have experts. We have just a big auditorium where people can mingle and exchange. This would be like a non-public event, for instance,
okay.
so there won't be visitors like people. Oh yeah, I'm interested in buying a house, but it's just like for in between the industry. We would invite different kinds of brokers, maybe also banks, and bring
And
those people together.
you would host real estate agents from around the world, or just
Yes, yes,
anyone can come
yes,
and set up their booth into the
exactly,
exhibition that way.
exactly, exactly. Yeah.
Great. Um, digital. So you've done TV hosting, you've done exhibitions. Now coming to digital exhibitions and digital congress.
Yes,
Can you take me through? Okay, you took me through the digital exhibitions where you set up the
exactly.
virtual tour, or you set up the booth virtually, like a person can walk in and just start speaking to
Yeah,
someone online on chat and all that kind
yeah.
of stuff, right?
We can even
What's
create avatars. Yes.
what's digital congressing?
Pretty much the same. So, we are talking right now here face to face via Instagram, but you have like WebEx, you have Microsoft Teams, you have Zoom,
Zoom.
you have all
Yep.
these kind of conference tools. And what we pretty much do is we take the concept of a regular congress or convention with the speakers, with the Q&A sessions, and we just digitalize that. So we invite people to come in via Zoom, via Microsoft Teams. We have one person speaking. The big advantage is, of course, that a lot of people can participate that would physically maybe be unable, not because of
To
the lockdown, but because it's maybe too far away, travel expenses would be too high.
yep, yep,
Um,
yep.
or whatever. And you also have the big advantage that you, for instance, can really make sure some of the experts are showing up, because it happened in the past that someone missed his flight, he was too late. You can also pre-record certain sessions, of
And then
course,
put that on
and
put
then simply put them on. Yes, and you can have someone sitting there answering the questions. You can then
so
decide
you can
which
have
question you
public
want.
speakers, you can have estate agents, you can have
Exactly,
uh,
exactly.
car manufacturers,
Whatever,
anyone you want.
whatever.
You can
Yes,
put them on that congress and they can
yes,
start talking, and you will
yes.
run the whole concept from start to finish.
To the end, exactly. So the only part actually we can't physically provide is the catering in the lunch break.
People can go in their kitchens and do that, right?
Exactly. We can actually send care packages to their homes.
I mean, you can look after everything of putting someone at ease in terms of doing a digital exhibition if they wanted to right now, or a
Yes.
digital congress if someone wanted that right now. Um, I know we've got a digital congress today actually about the governments of the world coming together on a Zoom call or something.
Yes.
Let's see how that goes. Um, so now, what would you? I mean, I'm asking you this on a live session right now. What are the charges of someone coming to you and saying, okay, I want an exhibition of, let's say, 10,000 people?
Depends. I cannot guarantee, of course, the amount of people coming. And it depends not on the amount of people coming, it depends on the amount of programming that is necessary in the beginning. Be it a landing page, we are talking, I'm just calculating.
Just a ballpark figure.
Yeah, maybe 2.5 to 3,000 euros. If you want to have like the big virtual tour, the sky's the limit. We did one for a customer for 250,000.
Just
But
now.
the
Just
yes,
recently.
yes, just recently. But our programmers and IT people, there were like 10 people involved, and they were sitting day and night.
And they are based in Germany or they're based
Yes,
abroad?
yes, no, they're based in Germany.
So everything that you do, you don't go outside Germany to get that done. You do it within all your programmers, your technicians, everyone's in Germany.
That's simply because I know these people, and we're doing it all in a network.
Okay.
These are
And
the
they've been
people
working with you since your TV hosting
Yes,
days.
exactly.
Okay.
I know them back from because they are based in Cologne, and Cologne is the mecca of TV
Technology. Okay.
technology in Germany, so to say. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now, if you can take me through, how do you look after babies virtually? I mean,
It's not
this has
babies.
been on
We
my
start with toddlers.
kids. Yeah, yeah, toddlers.
And yeah, I'm good at ideas. I'm sometimes bad in putting them into reality. But I recently met a lot of great people with which we teamed up, and I had a stroke a year ago, and I'm still doing.
Yes, I read that on your profiles.
Yes, and I'm still
Stroke
doing
survivor.
rehab for that because
Okay.
my left arm sometimes hurts. And so on a weekly basis, I go and have like physical therapy.
Okay.
And when the lockdown started and kids started homeschooling, my physical therapist complained that now her husband has home office. The kids are at home. He needs to focus on his work in home office. She needs to be physically here to do her job. So who can take care of the kids? Because there are no other people allowed in your household if your job is not system relevant, as they call it in Germany. So yeah,
Key workers. That's what they call
yes,
it here. Yeah.
like doctors or whatever.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
I went home that afternoon and I called my friend from Berlin, Maria, and she has an agency who arranges like children's birthdays, all kinds of, everything around children. And I was like, Maria, I have an idea. You should actually offer help to these families right now. She was like, yeah, but I can't send my people into their homes. Like, no, do it digitally. And then we were like thinking for half a day. And Maria was like, okay, I found a guy who can program a platform. Blah, 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 blah. And after 3 days, we were online.
Wow.
And now it's
So
working like
let's
this.
say I've got 3 kids. I've got 3 kids at home right now in London.
Yes. And you go
Take
to
me through the process.
www.virtuellerhaut.de.
Okay. Okay.
And then you can buy certain tickets for courses. Like, okay, we have courses from, I think they start around 10 at the moment, 10 until 17 or 5 p.m.
This is the ages. Okay. This is
No,
time.
during the time.
Yeah.
Between 10 and 5 in the afternoon, you can book courses. And we have a mini club for small toddlers, like starting from 3 on to 5 and then from 6 on. The problem with younger
6
children,
on till 10.
yeah, when they get into puberty, they don't care about us anymore. They don't want to talk to us. They want to play something on their PlayStation, but not listen to someone drawing a picture with them.
Exactly.
So yeah, we came up like with a real schedule like you have it at school. We also now have an on-demand offer for people who, like us right now, we have a Zoom call or we have a call or whatever coming in. Damn, I need a babysitter. I need someone to take care of my child in 30 minutes. Okay, call us, send us a text, use our chat function, and we will provide someone for you in the next 30 minutes taking care of your child.
How does that work?
You get like the Zoom link or the Microsoft Teams link. You click on it, you sit your child in front of an iPad, phone, laptop, or whatever. This is why we're starting with kids with the age of 3. My daughter is 1.5 now, and she would just throw the iPad on the floor, jump on it maybe, but not listen, of course, to what is happening in there.
Yeah.
But as soon as like the kids can, we have a puppet theater. We have someone just reading
A story.
to the kids. We have DIY, we have crafts, we have painting, we have math, we have English, we have Russian, we have Hebrew, we have whatever.
I
jumping
mean,
around. We have hip hop lessons. We have Zumba. Yes,
and you created this in how many days?
three more 3 days and 4 nights. The
And
nights
how
are
long has it been running?
for roughly 1.5 months now. Yeah, we're in the second month.
Can I ask you, are you the only concept in the whole world doing this right now? And have you got a patent for that?
No, well, you can't actually patent it. I tried. I mean, offering that on Zoom, it's actually not, you can't patent that. And I think we were running for like 3 days and we had the first copycat popping up.
No way.
The problem with that copycat actually was not that he was doing the same thing, because you have private schools. You cannot patent private schools. You
Exactly.
know?
But a concept you
So,
can.
yeah, you really, how do you want to patent it? It's what we are doing is something, yes, everybody else can do. Go ahead, have fun, program it, find people, who sit in front of a camera. And it's not that easy finding actually people that are maybe also have an educational background
And
to educate kids.
patience.
Yes,
I mean,
patience and
we're
time.
talking a kid that does not listen to anyone when it comes to them not listening to their mother, their father.
Yeah.
How are you going to make that kid sit in a seat and look at you digitally
That is
and make him sit in a seat, make him listen to you? How do you do
entertain
that?
them. Find out what the kid likes. And
Okay.
these are the skills we are looking for in people. Because if you want to just, distract your child, set him in front of YouTube. You
Yep.
don't need us,
Yep. Yep.
What we are doing is we have groups up to 15 kids, for instance, and it actually works that kids that are isolated at the moment do have the chance to talk to other kids. They see them because in that Zoom window you see the other kids, and they get
Okay.
the chance to chat with each
And
other.
these are kids all around the
All
world coming?
over. We have kids from Ibiza. We have kids from Tel Aviv already. We have kids
Wow.
from Los Angeles. Yes,
Wow.
all over the world.
And how quickly do you find someone to run that Zoom call for those kids?
Well, for the first week, we worked with only, I think, 3 or 4 teachees, we call them, like teacher, teachee.
Teacher. Okay.
And now, yeah, it takes us about like 2 to 3 days to find these people, to show them how Zoom works. That's the other thing. Or we have to pay an admin for that session.
Okay.
Then they are self-responsible for the content. So of course we are trying to look. We also have music courses like for tiny children.
So you get teachers on board who have
Yes,
their concept in mind.
yes,
Let's say it can be a
yes.
music
We
teacher.
are not putting up the concept. We are
It
trying
can
to
be a
find.
drama school teacher.
Yes,
It
exactly.
can be anyone that
Yes,
has a bit of teaching
yes,
background. They can
yes,
hit you up and they can say that,
exactly.
okay, look, I'll bring this to the table. Can I have a
Exactly.
go on your
We actually have cooking classes. So we send out the day before a list of things
ingredients?
that parents need to have at home,
Yep.
ingredients, or when it comes to crafting, like you need paper, scissors, these and that colors, or whatever, toilet paper rolls, which are like high demand
In
at the moment.
in abundance right now.
um, so yes, and then they do a 45-minute session with the kids, especially
And
when it comes to
how
sports.
much do you
Kids,
charge per kid? I know
five
we can
euros.
find this all on your website, but
Yes, you
because
can
we're
find it
doing
on
it
our
live.
website, but it's about 5 euros. But we also have packages for companies right now. We're doing, like, we call it the corporate horde, or
Okay.
the corporate kindergarten,
Okay.
because of course most companies do have their employees in home office right now, and they want to have their employees um,
Working.
concentrated and focused as
Exactly.
good as
Exactly.
possible.
Yep.
So this is why they're buying the packages with us at the moment, and like this, we can help them improve the productivity, of course, of their employees.
So now we've discussed 4 careers that you're in: TV hosting, events organization, congress meetings, and babysitting,
Yes.
all done digitally.
Yes.
Which one do you prefer the most?
The project with the kids is actually the most challenging because you have interaction with tiny human beings that are simply not that yeah we well
You can't
they are not
control
that
them.
focused, and they are simply you can't like say, okay, we're going to do it this and this and this, and then it's going to be fine.
Yeah,
This needs a lot of constant change or constant adjustments to the
yeah,
needs of the kids, because they liked something last week, it does not necessarily mean they want to do the same, or from the same concept the next week. And the technical part of the virtual congresses and exhibitions is way out of my brain league. I'm far away from that. I only have the ideas, and Norbert and the other guys are the ones who are programming it. And I always come like, okay, can we do it like this and that? And he will like, okay, I call you back because I have no clue. I can't even, I can't even draw it down what I mean. So I try
yeah.
to describe it in my words, and then he comes like, okay, I think I understood what you meant, and I have a technical solution. Is it this you wanted? And he sends over something, and you go like, wow, yes. And
So would
but
you call yourself an innovator of digital
I don't know.
science?
Is it? I'm calling myself a juggler right now.
I mean, certain concepts that you've come up with. I mean, certain concepts that we've discussed today. It's commendable,
Yeah.
honestly. I mean,
Yes.
the work that you're doing, although it's, yes, money is involved in that, but you're actually taking out your convenient time to make people's life convenient during
Yes.
this time.
Yes.
And it's absolutely amazing. How many kids are you looking after around the world right now?
150 to 200, something like that,
And what's your
on a
aim?
regular basis.
What's your aim? Are you now tell me one
We
thing.
have like 8 billion people on the planet. Now, I
You
don't
want to
know.
capture all of them?
Um, we just recently had or have signed a big contract with a very big company with 450 families involved.
Wow.
We are also doing the first summer summit for kids. They normally have a family day where they invite people in the company, and they have like a popcorn booth and this and that and a clown and entertainment and get together for the families and a live band playing. And
Yep.
they have the budget already for this year.
Yep.
So we were like, okay, let's try to make a virtual summer camp family day, and this is what we are working on right now.
And that's going to be launched this summer.
This next month, yeah, next
And
month in June.
that will run for how long roughly?
No, it's not just going to be one day event,
Oh, is this going to
and
be a one day
yes,
summer
a one
event,
day
summer
event,
fair?
and then if it goes well, we were thinking about doing that, also for offering that also for other
Are you
companies.
going to have virtual reality
Yes,
rides for the
this
kids?
is what we are planning on, but I can't really talk about that
It's fine.
yet.
Now, what's next? What's next for you in the digital world? Are you going to start up a digital school, for example? I mean, you're
I
already
can
there.
actually, I
You're
can.
already there. You're already there doing it.
Yes, but we
But
don't have the license to it, and the problem in Germany is that we have with the federal system, we have different school systems in every country in Germany.
you mean every state?
In every state, yeah, in every state in Germany, they have different school systems. They have different school plans when it comes to what in which amount of time kids should learn. That's the problem.
But that could all relatively change. I mean,
We will see.
we'll see.
You were asking what our next step is. Let's see which next ball, so to say, the economy is throwing at us, or
Oh, the
bomb
government's
or
throwing at
ball,
us.
and see. We're just reacting.
Cool. Coming back to Brexit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
what are your thoughts on how is Germany, or how are the Germans seeing this?
Oh, I cannot talk for other Germans.
But
I
yourself.
personally think that the influence of the European Union in all countries is not always necessarily a good thing when it comes to regulations. I think that sometimes it's better to have more federal approach and see what different countries might have and different needs. You know, when it comes to the healthcare system, I personally completely think that the healthcare system in Germany is completely different to Sweden or to
I mean,
Spain.
I just got to know about it yesterday. Sweden doesn't even have a lockdown right now.
Exactly, and they have a reproduction rate of under one.
And Belarus.
Yes.
I was like stunned when I heard this. I was
Mhm.
like, wow.
This is why that's what I'm saying. I'm not a big fan of you know, like equalizing everything, having one solution for all countries involved in the European Union, because we are,
It cannot work like that. It cannot, I
yeah,
mean,
because we are all different. We have different cultures. We have different, even different,
mentality,
yeah,
the
and
way we
also
see
different
life, for example.
natural or seasons. You know,
Yep,
it's much warmer in Spain than it is in Sweden or in the
absolutely.
UK.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Uh, when are you planning to come to the UK with all your digital ideas? I mean, do you think that, I mean, UK is a big market, as
We can actually work from
not
here.
as big
People
as
from the
Germany
UK
is.
can book our courses, for instance. The people from the UK, if they are interested, they can book our offerings when it comes to digital congresses and exhibitions.
I mean,
We are
I am
not.
going to put a few of these snippets, and then tomorrow this obviously this live story stays on my live for the next 24 hours,
Yeah.
and also a few of these snippets I'll be taking off and putting them on my live story today, so that people can get
Yeah.
sort of, they can be fed to go towards my live and see this. And tomorrow this is going to be turned into an IGTV story.
Mm-hmm.
So this conversation will always stay within my profile, and whoever looks at my profile or whoever comes to my profile, they can see the conversation that we've had. Most of them are obviously UK citizens.
Yes,
So
but as you already asked about Brexit, I mean, we also, as a provider of different services or as a service provider, we don't have that one solution. We don't have like a catalog of, okay, you have a company with 50 employees, you need this product. You have a company with 100 employees, you need this product. We do individual solutions for every customer. And this is also why I'm not a friend of the EU in general, like, because every country is different.
that's what I
Everyone
believe.
has a different
You
approach.
see this is all different.
Yes,
You can't, each
exactly.
finger does its own job. But
Yes,
yes, when you put it together, it does it more skillfully,
yes.
but they're all there for different reasons. So absolutely. Now, one final question before we end this conversation. How do you want to inspire the young entrepreneurs, the young generation, and what to do differently during these times?
Not be afraid. First of all, don't get scared. Um, we're all going to survive this.
Yep.
And also, there's nothing wrong about failure. I recently worked with a company and they had a fuck up night. So where all the fuck up projects would be presented and people would laugh at them, but learn from them as well. You don't
You don't do
make,
the same mistakes that they did.
yes, yes. If you make a mistake, it's fine. You did it for a reason. Um, and just do things. Don't sit at home and just talk about things. Do it. Try
Apologies.
to
Yep.
get in touch with the right people. There's always a
That's
chance of doing something new. I've been self-employed my whole life because I never wanted to work for someone else and just have certain tasks I need to fulfill during the day. But if this is something someone else wants to do and this is something someone else feels safe, then do that.
So you've never had the experience of being employed?
No, I once did an internship and I hated it. I had to be there by 9 in the morning and stay until 6 in the evening, even if there was nothing to do for me.
I was employed 3 years of my life. Today, I mean, I've been self-employed for nearly about 10 years, but 3 years of my life, I hated them.
Yes, I don't want to ask if I can have a day off. Now, today, if I want to have a day off, for instance, we live close to the Alps. The weather is nice. I want to go skiing in winter. I can. It's my own fault that I don't make any money that day, but it's my own choice and I don't have to ask someone. If I drop the pen, if I close my MacBook, if I go outside, it's the money I lose. But it's not anyone else that gets hurt by me not working, but it's my free own choice to do so.
So in your eyes, it's all about being self-employed.
Yeah,
Totally.
be about freedom. In my eyes, if someone
Freedom.
else needs more structure in his life, if someone
Yeah.
else needs to be guided, that's their choice. My personal choice is I just like to be self-employed and be independent.
I
I think
mean,
it's
but
more
today,
independent.
in today's world, if we see it, right,
Yeah,
even having either being self-employed or either having a job doesn't mean anything.
yeah,
Because today, a person who has a small business has been ruined the same way as a
yeah,
person who has a job.
yes,
So either they've been furloughed, either they've been made redundant,
yeah,
or the business, like I've heard so many businesses in the past 6, 7 weeks now of this lockdown
yes,
that within 6, 7 weeks they've gone bust.
yes,
I mean, from multi-million corporations
yeah,
to,
yeah,
I mean, there's a brand out here called Primark. I don't know if you've heard of
yeah,
it.
yes,
They don't have a single bit of online presence. They've never had online shopping.
yeah,
And they were seeing their sales of February and March because it was a bit open, but March 650 million they made, April they made zero. I was like, man,
yes.
they need to come and speak to you, LK. They need some digital presence. They need to come and speak to you. Um, but it's been absolutely great hosting you.
Thank you.
And thank you for
Had a great
sharing
time.
all this information. I mean, to know about TV, to know about events, to know. I mean, I've been through all of these in my life, but to actually have that personal talk, the inspiration that you give to people, this is why I want to do this with a lot more people like yourself to bring that knowledge out because right now people are free and
Yes,
they're knowledge hungry. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to see life, or it's so
it's challenging, but it's also giving or offering a lot of opportunities, and you should start
absolutely,
seeing the opportunities and not the
absolutely,
challenges.
absolutely. Like yesterday, I was speaking to someone who was in the gold market or in the gold business.
Yeah.
People have £1,000 for spare. Go invest it in gold. You don't know what might happen tomorrow. you
Yes.
know and like you said, coming up with opportunities like digital presence.
Yes.
Make yourself digital. This is
Yes.
what the world is coming to, and
Exactly.
I think it's great to know about how you are changing the world with your experience, your innovation, and your entrepreneurship. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for sharing all the
Thank
experiences
you for your
today.
time.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for inviting me, and have a great day.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Take care, LK. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. So, guys, that was LK all the way from Germany, who is into various different things, like we discussed, TV host, digital events, digital congresses, digital babysitting, virtual babysitting. Come on, this is like digitalizing everything throughout the world. And it's good to know about these things of how people are shaping up to the new world, to the new normal. So if you're interested in knowing more about it, have a look at this live session. And anyone who may need any information about it, do go to LK Official's Instagram profile, send her a follow, DM her, and I'm sure she'll be able to help you out with all the information that is needed. So thank you to all that tuned in today. Take care. Bye bye.